Hi, this is Brad Smith from BeerSmith.com, and I'm going to give you a quick video on how to build a simple all-grain recipe in BeerSmith. To create a new recipe, I start with the Add Recipe button up top. I'm going to create an Irish Ale. So I'm going to type Irish Ale in as a name. You can put whatever you want there, obviously. You can put your brewer in if you want. Make sure the type in this particular case is set to all grain. Next, we do need to select an equipment profile. And if you click on the button here, you can select from the existing profiles. I'm going to go with a standard 5-gallon batch with a cooler system, which is kind of an old school system. I do want to point out, you can also go to Profiles, Equipment View, where it'll show all the standard equipment, and you can click on Add-ons here and add new equipment types. And we have literally dozens of equipment. So if I'm using maybe a Blickman Brew Easy or a Braumeister or something like that, or Brazilla, you can click on those equipment profiles. They'll get downloaded. So now you can use those instead in your recipe. But going back to the recipe, let's add some fermentables here first. I'm going to start with some pale malt base. Go with the UK pale malt. I'm going to add 6 pounds of it. I do note you can push OK here to close the dialog, but you can also click on this button to add a fermentable without closing it. So it'll actually add it to the recipe, but it won't close the dialog, which is kind of nice. So it did add, if you look here, 6 pounds of pale malt. Next, we're going to add some barley. And I actually got 2 kinds of barley. I'm going to go with the roasted barley first. I'm going to add 1 pound of that. Again, I'm going to add it without closing. And then I'm going to add flaked barley. I'm going to add 2 pounds of flaked barley. And finally, I'm going to push OK and close it. You can see those 3 grains are now added to the recipe. I'm going to add some hops. I like East Kent Golding. Is a good choice always. There's a couple entries here. I'm going to go with this one. 2 ounces of East Kent Golding added to the boil for 60 minutes. That's about right. And then you can add other ingredients here. For example, yeast. I'm going to go with an Irish ale yeast from, let's pick White Labs. 70 milliliters is their standard homebrew package size, so we'll go with that. And then I'm going to add a misc ingredient here. And what I'm going to add next is, let's add some Whirlfloc. That just aids in clarity for the beer. I'm just going to add one of those. And I did forget something here. Down here in the style guide, you can pick the style that we're brewing, which I should have done up front, but quick choice of that. And you can see what happens is as I build the recipe, it's actually going to fill in these estimates and build them out. So, for example, I'm just a little bit high on gravity. I'm about in the middle on bitterness. This is for a regular Irish stout, a little bit low on color. So, I can do things like play with the color here. For example, I could go in here and add a little more roast barley, or I can even use one of the tools up here, like adjust the color and just bump it up a little bit. Let's go up to, say, 30 or 28, something like that. I can bump the color up a little bit so that it's more in the range we want, and it'll adjust all the amounts here to make it darker. And so now I got a basic recipe that is in style, which is good. The next thing I want to talk about is I've got other profiles here, so I can select, for example, a mash profile if I want. In this case, I'm doing a single infusion, probably a medium body. I don't like to do a mash out, so I'll just pick single infusion, medium body, no mash out. I'll stick with the 2-stage ale fermentation profile, and then instead of corn sugar, I'm actually going to force carbonate or keg my beer. So I'm going to keg it. I can put in the volumes of CO2 here if I want to target a particular kegging level. Anyways, there's a whole bunch of stuff here you can do. As I mentioned, there's a whole bunch of tools up here if I want to play with, just make adjustments to the gravity, the bitterness, the color. I can even play with grain percentages here, so a lot of powerful tools here. As far as more advanced features, and I'll mention I've got videos on almost all of these. There's a yeast starter tab for me to develop yeast starters and also play with my pitch rates. I've got a water profile tool. A lot of all grain brewers like to play with their water profiles. The mash profile shows not only the mash profile that I'm using, and I could adjust the steps, but also I've got work down here for adjusting, or tools down here for adjusting my mash pH. I've got a brew day timer where I got a mash timer, a boil timer, a whirlpool timer, so I can use those while I'm brewing. I've got a session tab where I can enter all the session data, basically. So I can record different measurements. I can actually record individual readings while we're fermenting, temperature, gravity, pH, whatever you want. And then, of course, a place to put your notes. As I mentioned, I have videos on almost all of those features if you go to the tutorial page at beersmith.com. But with this very simple recipe, all we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and brew it. So I'm going to click on the steps button up here, which will allow me to get step-by-step instructions on how to brew this particular recipe. And indeed, if I push on the print button up here, I can print that out to my printer and take that out to the garage or whatever when I'm brewing. So that's a quick overview on how to create a simple recipe in BeerSmith. If I push OK, of course, it's going to save that recipe. And you can see it saved it right down here as the Irish Ale. If you're interested in learning more about BeerSmith 4, including all those other features I talked about, you can go to the main tutorial page, which is linked at the top of our main webpage at beersmith.com.